again. Another day of running away from responsibilities. When Rachel isn't here, I get to use the terrain, which is awesome because it has AC. My neighbor was asking me where I was going, and I said, I don't know, just driving around trying to find something to do. And he goes, well, you can help me pull this crabgrass. And I was like, I'm actually pretty busy today. But where are we going? I don't know. All right, so we ended up at the zoo. A few things to note. You got to reserve online before because they're only allowing limited capacities of people. Really, this is just from the parking lot. Seems to be the least crowded I've ever seen the Fort Worth Zoo. $16, so they went way down on their admission. I think it's like half price. Still have to pay $5 for parking. So let's get in there and see how socially distanced it is. You do have to wear a mask the entire time you're in the zoo, outside or inside. Awesome. Oh, baby flamingos. Y'all the wrong color. Come at me, bro. A few updates so far. When you're outside, it's very easy to be 6 feet away from people at the zoo right now. Inside is not the case. Would not recommend going indoors to see too much. I don't know if bears should be in zoos. I think they're too big. Just more animals that probably don't need to be in zoos. They're too big to be in those tiny cages. Birds definitely shouldn't be in cages. They need to fly around. But maybe like at the other place, they take the hurt ones and help them. I don't know, it's just tough. So it looks like they're making a few areas. Elephants, big cats. They're working on making some bigger spaces.
Don't touch.
I feel like this space the giraffes have is pretty awesome, and it seems like they're working to upgrade all the other big animal spaces. I think they're still getting popcorn. Okay, short recap. Pretty easy to keep your distance when you're outside. Even at the outside bigger exhibits, like there wasn't too many people that were too close to each other. Or I should say that if you wanted to be away from people, that was easy to do. And then the mask thing is just like everywhere else in the world. They're 100% required at all times, unless you're eating. So people would have a drink walking around, clearly not drinking it. They would just be keeping their mask off. There's people that just had masks off completely. There's a group of people that was asked to leave, and like security escorted them out because they weren't wearing masks. I think they weren't wearing masks anyways when they were getting escorted out. Wouldn't recommend going inside any of the exhibits if you're worried about being around people and stuff like that. But outside, easy to do. You can get a nice 3-mile walk in. I only spent an hour and 20 minutes there today, but I was kind of trekking around trying to see everything. And Fort Worth is doing so they're voted #1 best zoo, whatever that means. But they're doing a lot of work right now to expand all their large animal habitats, which is awesome. But you know, it'll never be as big as like Africa. That's tough. When I got back to the car, I immediately went to their website, or I actually went to Google and I typed in, how does Fort Worth Zoo help animals? Went to their website, went to their conservation projects. They have international, national, and Texas, and like read through a bunch of them, and they're like doing their part and helping everybody. So tricky to weigh it's just really tough. Cause like, dude, some of those animals do not look happy. Now, I don't know what a happy animal looks like just like no space to run around, like people just like with cameras all in their faces, including me, and they just seem whipped down. I don't know. Right now they are working on expanding that African savanna area. So it is kind of hard to see the elephants and the hippos and the rhinos right now. They're also working on the big cat stuff, so I think their white tiger is not there right now. I went to zoos all the time. I love all the animals. I look at all the animals all the time. I see they need to be free. I go back to zoos, and now I'm mad at the zoos. But they're the ones that taught me to love the animals. Next up, we're gonna go to the Botanic Gardens now, Fort Worth Botanic Garden. Same thing, gotta get a ticket online. It's $10, $11.34 after processing fee. We're gonna head over there, check it out. Plants, we could just look at the plants. Yeah, the botanical gardens are legit. There's barely anybody here, easy to keep distance. They allow you to take your mask off outside as long as you are able to keep your distance from everybody. They temperature screen you at the door. They have online check-in too, like I said. So really well ran out here. I cannot tell what this gal is holding on to. What a beautiful place this is. There's way too many plants to, film. Video would be so long. This is a highly recommend. Already walked for a mile, so getting a good exercise. Everything's pretty shaded, or you can find shade real easily. I got a great bonus message for you here. Normally the Japanese gardens cost $7 extra a person to get in. Right now, it's just free. Whoa, let's go. Yeah, so spend an hour at the Botanic Gardens. Could have spent longer, especially if Atradaka was there. 2 miles worth of walking in. I probably saw 40 or 50 people just throughout that hour. So it's all pretty well spread out, easy to keep away from everyone, super pretty. Everything's blooming right now. I think if you had to pick one for yourself, maybe if you didn't have tiny people, or maybe if you do, the Botanic Gardens is the way to go over the zoo, especially right now. It is hot right now. Like it's probably like 93 or 94. It's so shaded. Another just tip I have is going to these places where you worry about a lot of people going that are outside. Just go when it's hot. Be prepared to be a little hot, but know you'll be safer. Less people there. Another thing that is tough being downtown is you're so close to a taco. When you're trying to like work on your Cabo bod, you shouldn't go there. Whoops.